Hello and welcome to the Pursuit Podcast. I'm your host, Shayna Recker, and today we are going to be talking about selling in your social media. I am really passionate about this topic, and here's why. If you are not selling consistently, if you are not showing up on your social media and selling your offers, talking about your offers, sharing your offers, then your business is virtually closed. And I want to have this discussion because I think it needs to be said. And I think that we need to change the perception of sales in social media and sales in general, because there are a lot of people's businesses who are suffering because they are afraid to sell themselves, because they're afraid to sell their programs, because they're afraid to sell their offers. And your business is literally hurting because of that. And so I'm just going to riff on this topic because I have so many different thoughts and I've got a lot of different things I want to touch on. So we're just going to literally dive right into it. But first, I want to share with you what I have going on right now currently in my business before we jump into this topic. And I'm going to sell you on my programs because I know how powerful they are and I know what they're going to do for your businesses. So if you have been somebody who has shied away from selling on your social media, you must stay tuned, continue to listen, because what I'm going to share with you next is me actually selling, because I believe in what I'm about to share with you and I believe it's going to change your business. So because I believe so strongly in it, I have no problem telling you about it. And that's part of what we're going to be talking about today. Right? So I have a program that starts on Thursday. It's called Potent Programs. And it literally teaches you step by step exactly how to take a micro topic out of your extensive mind of knowledge and turn it into a paid program. How you can take parts of what you know and literally sell it to your audience a la carte style for your business, for your coaching. And why I love this program so much is that it actually does a couple different things. Number one, when you learn how to create these smaller a la carte micro topic programs, you're actually creating a cash injection into your business. So you're being able to add to your signature program. So one of the things that I teach new coaches inside my signature program, which is the Client Attractor, is I teach you how to create your signature offer, whether it's a one-on-one program or a group program, but it is a high ticket signature program for your business. It's like your main thing. It's like if somebody came to you for the biggest transformation that you can provide, it's this, right? And they get to come into this and they kind of get it all and they're doing the big thing. But there are some people who don't maybe want it all, or maybe they're not ready for it all, or maybe they don't need it all. And so this is where the Potent Programs, these micro topics, come into play, where you can take a piece of what it is that you teach and just teach on that one piece and just sell that one piece of your knowledge to your audience. And so it adds a cash injection into your business because you can layer these potent programs into every month if you wanted to. You could have a new one every month. You could have one every quarter. You can decide how often and how many you do, depends on your capacity for executing them. But you could literally layer these into your signature offer and have it as another stream of income for your business. If you're just relying on one program to create your revenue goals, you may struggle with that. You may not. There are people who do really well with just one thing. Me personally, I love the flexibility and I love being able to kind of create things as I'm going. I love being inspired, getting ideas for things and then putting them together and executing them alongside my signature program, which is the Client Attractor. So Potent Programs, me teaching you how to do this, is a potent program. It's me actually executing an idea, one thing, one topic that I was like, oh, people need to know how to do this. And I turned it into a program. So if you want to learn how to do this so that you can execute this yourself, you guys, so this program is the value inside of this. It could literally change your business because one, you can do that extra cash injection on top of your signature program. But two, this is the other reason why this program is powerful for your business is because, and I'm going to share this personal story here. And this is a little bit about selling here too, right? Like one, I'm selling to you my program, but two, I'm also showing you how when you sell these things, you can actually create more revenue for your business. But the other thing I want to share with you is that potent programs lead people. They're literally like breadcrumbs to your main signature offer. And I know this because it's exactly how I hired my current coach right now. So I found my current coach on social media. She had a strong social media presence. I liked what I saw, which is why it's important to have extreme visibility on social media for your business and really be showing up there, because that's what got me in to wanting to learn more. Then she was offering a potent program. It was a smaller masterclass, paid masterclass. I purchased that masterclass, really liked what I learned. I bought another program. It was slightly larger program. It was about $2,500. It ran over 3 weeks, much like I'm doing with potent programs. It's the same kind. It was the same kind of thing. It was a micro topic and I was learning about something specific and I really enjoyed that program. And then that led me to invest over $12,000 into her group program, her bigger group community. And that's another reason why potent programs are so important for your business, because they lead people to your bigger offer. And so just those two reasons alone make this program, like I'm selling this program right now, potent programs. You can learn everything about how to do all the things I just said for $555. But you will, if you implement what I teach you inside this program, will easily make that money back and then some in your business. It's literally worth 10 times that amount, because even just look at how that, my own personal example with Stephanie, I spent $12,000 on her big program because I went through a couple of her potent programs, her smaller micro topic classes. And even in just those two alone, I spent $2,600 and then invested the $12,000. So when you learn how to do this, you can have people literally follow that same path inside your business. And so it's available. It starts November 10th. Depending on when you're listening to this, if you are before November 10th, you can still get in. You can go to my Instagram at Quantum Leap Queen. There's a highlight on my Instagram with links called Potent. If you click on that, you will get all the information. You can DM me the word Potent. I will send you the links. Find me and I will get you there. If this is after the 10th, we will be selling this program, the recorded modules, after the fact. And I will be running it again in the spring. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to sell the recordings for. That's TBD once we're done the actual program. But I will say that when we run potent programs again in the spring, it will be over $1,000 to get to be a part of the next live session of this. There are Q&As, there are bonus sessions that we run showing you how to do the graphics and all this kind of stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff that when you're part of it live, you get access to me and we're literally working through all the things together. So if you're listening to this and it's before the 10th, make sure that you connect with me. I believe I don't have the actual link because it's at checkout. That's right. So just message me on Instagram. I will get you the link. But this is what we're talking about today. So I feel really strongly about this program. I really believe that this program is going to help people. And I know it's going to create more income opportunities for coaches. And so that's why I'm selling this to you. That's why I'm talking about this before we get into the topic of selling, which I'm now moving into, because I really strongly believe in what I'm teaching. I really strongly believe it's going to help coaches. And this is why I have no problem sharing this with you on this podcast before I get into my main topic. And this is the whole point of what I want to talk about today, is that if you truly believe in what you're selling, if you truly believe in your offers, then why aren't you sharing those things on your social media consistently? And if it's because you think, well, if I'm selling all the time, people will think I'm salesy. I had someone say to me, well, if I'm selling all the time, I'm going to be inundating my audience. And I asked, when she said that, I said, I'm going to challenge you to change your perspective on that. Because if you truly believe in your programs, if you truly believe that they are going to help people, then don't you want to talk about your offers regularly so that people can hear about it, so that people can see if it's for them or not? So people, you know how many times you have to say something over and over and over again for someone to actually hear what you're saying, especially on social media? Like, you've got to repeat something like people need to hear things like 17 times. I'm sure it's even more than that now, before they'll actually clue into what it is you're actually saying and offering and selling, and want to make a move and want to take an action. There's a reason you see sponsored ads for places like The Gap, or I'm in Zara's loop right now. I go on Instagram, I'm seeing Zara ads like every 5 seconds on my feed, because Zara knows that if I see their ad X amount of times, I'm going to finally click on it and I'm going to go online shopping and probably buy something. They do that for a reason. And we're not trying to be like Zara as coaches. We're not trying to do this in an annoying way of just buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing. But we do want to show up consistently, and we want to share the value of what our programs and our offers can do for people. I'm not just saying show up and just post a picture of your offer and say, here's the link, buy now. I'm saying we need to show up consistently in our stories, talk about our offer, talk about how it helps people, showing social proof of people signing up, showing and sharing testimonials of people who have been through your programs, doing a live video about the program and how it helps people, or sharing a personal story about how you've used the same program or technique in order to change something in your life. I'm talking about all these different ways where we can show up and share our offers with people. Because if you're not sharing your offers regularly on social media, then there's a really good chance that your audience, the little bit that the algorithm actually gives you views on, there's a good chance that they're not seeing it. And you'll have people who will say to you, oh, you'll feel like you've been talking about it all the time. And people say to you, oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even know you had that. And it's like, oh my gosh, I've been talking about it all the time. Like, you'll find that even when you are doing it all the time. And I will say, the coaches that I follow that are really crushing it in their online businesses are literally selling every day, multiple times a day. They're talking about their offers. They're sharing screens with information about what's included and how they're going to transform, how this product is going to transform your life, or what you're going to learn, how you're going to learn it, how it's going to help your business. They're sharing by using their voice. They're sharing by using tiles and showing photos and typing out the different things. They're sharing it every single day with links, or DM me for the link. And they're getting the sales because people are paying attention and they're listening and they're clicking the links. Now, you might say, well, I've done this, Shayna. I've done this, and I shared an offer for a whole week and I put links and nobody bought. And so everybody thought I was annoying. So I just didn't do it anymore because it just didn't work for me. And here's what I want to say to that is that you have to train your audience to buy from you in your stories, right? If you have not done this in the past, if you have not been consistently showing up and sharing about your offers and sharing the value and doing all of the things, they're not used to you doing that. So when you start doing it, yeah, it might feel a little bit like crickets out there because your audience is not used to you showing up and selling in this way on your social media. So it is going to take time before people will start to click the links and buy. But you have to start. It takes these little actions daily where we're out there talking and sharing and giving value and talking about transformation and all of these things. Even if you don't have the social proof yet, all of these other things about sharing what you believe to be true about your offer, how you feel about your offer, what you know it's done for you, and sharing that consistently. those movements, all of those actions over time start to compound. And then you'll find somebody, then you'll notice maybe in the beginning, nobody's clicking the links, but you keep going. And now you look at your analytics and you're like, oh, I had 3 people click the link that day. Oh, they're starting to engage. And then you'll start to notice people will maybe message you about it. And then you'll start to notice that people are actually clicking the link and just buying. But that takes some time to build up to that. Now, the other thing I'm going to add to all of this is that you do need to cultivate know, like, and trust with your audience, as well as be selling, which means value added posts, which means being vulnerable and authentic, which means talking in your stories. People don't just want to see posts in your stories of your offer. They want to hear from you. They want to hear your voice. They want to feel your energy. When I purchased from my coach, that first program, it's because I went through her content and I was like reading her posts and I was getting value and I was watching her stories and I was getting a feel for her coaching style and if it was aligned with me or not. And then when she had that first small potent program that I saw in her stories that I was kind of curious about, I bought it because I wanted to know more. But I got to know her through her content first. And this is why inside the Client Attractor, my signature program that teaches new coaches how to build their business and build a foundation for their business, it's why I have a whole section on visibility and social media and how to show up in that area, in that place in your business, because it's critical for you to create and cultivate your brand, your energy, your vibe, your audience through social media. You have to build that. And over time, as you start to build your audience and more people come and you warm them up to what you do and you talk about your offers and you start sharing some links and you start even to train them to DM you, those kinds of things, they'll start to do it eventually. And the more and more people you have, the more and more people will start to click and DM you and all the things. But it takes time. And you have to be okay to get into your stories and sell your offer. It's also really important that you do feel that passion and that belief in what it is you're selling. And you have clarity on it. It's like, and this can also take time. Let me just share an example. So when I first created the Client Attractor, I created that program for new coaches. It was actually part of one of my older programs that I no longer do, but it was like the main part of that older program that most people were digesting. Anyways, it's a long story. But anyways, I took the main components of that program and I made a program that was more potent, just more clear. I just refined it and I simplified it for new coaches. And I called the Client Attractor. I did it as a beta test. As I brought people in and they were getting results and it was working and everybody was learning and they were doing what they needed to do to build that foundation for their business. And it started to build my belief around the program. So in the beginning, I was a little bit awkward about it. I was like, here's the Client Attractor, cause like I was just, it was a new program. I was still kind of molding it and kind of figuring it out. And so as people started doing it, and as I was working with the clients inside of this program, I started to get more confident. I started to see more results. So then when I was talking about it on my social media, I was getting more confident in selling it. I was getting more concise. I was really clear about what it was doing. It's a 3-phase program. We go through clarity, we go through visibility, we create demand. I was able to talk about it more fluently and sell it more easily because my belief in the program was growing, but I also was really getting to know the program and really having a good feel for it. So it was a lot easier for me to talk about it in my story. So in the beginning, if you're brand new and you're just kind of cultivating your audience and you're cultivating your signature program, you might feel a little bit of that awkwardness in the beginning, but the belief will come as people start to move through the program. As the more you talk about it and the more you refine it, your belief is going to come through. And that comes through as an energy when you're selling it in your stories. So Yes, you want to be selling. It may be awkward at first. It may feel a little clunky. Maybe your belief is a little bit wobbly, but keep going. Keep going. Really knowing what your offer is, knowing who it's for, believing in what you're doing and clearly communicating that is what, when you're selling in your stories, that's what really helps people move to that next step. One, showing up consistently and talking about it. And two, being clear, being concise, really know what you're doing, having that belief. That also creates an impact on the results that you get. But here's the thing. If you're not selling in your stories, if you're not showing up and talking about your offers consistently, you're not going to get better at it. You're not going to create more confidence, and nobody's going to find your program because you're not talking about it, and you're not going to have people going through it because nobody can find it, and therefore you're not going to get results. And so it's going to be hard. And the other piece of all of this, because the part that I know that stops people from selling themselves and their stories is because they're worried about what other people are thinking about what they're doing. Oh, am I selling too much? Am I being too salesy? Oh, Sally Sue unfollowed me. Like, oh, it's probably because I was selling too much. Maybe I should stop. Sally Sue was never your client to begin with. If people are judging you because you're selling your offer, if they are saying anything to you that you're being too salesy or they unfollow you or whatever, those people were never your clients to begin with. So who cares? Don't worry about them. I'm not showing up every day in my social media for people who don't want to start a coaching business. I'm not sure. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to help coaches grow and scale their businesses and service providers. And so if my friends don't follow me on my social media, that's okay. If they're not coaches and they're not looking to scale a coaching business, I wouldn't expect them to engage and be in my content. I just wouldn't expect it because that's not what they're here for. They don't want that, and that's okay. I'm loud and proud, and I'm consistent, and I'm showing up and I'm selling because I believe in what I do for coaches. I believe I can help them grow a business. And if I'm not talking about it, they can't find me. And that's at the end of the day, that's what it's about. What everybody else does is up to them. I am not giving my power away to what other people think about what I'm doing. Because I believe in what I'm doing. And I want to talk about what I'm doing because I believe that my programs and my courses and my services and my coaching can help people get what they want. So I am going to be showing up and talking about it. And I believe if you're in this industry, you should be too. And any of the people that I follow that are literally making multiple six figures in a month in their coaching business, they're showing up every day talking about their offers too. So, and it's not just about the money, you guys. If you're making multiple six figures in a month, you're helping a lot of people. This is about service. And when you can wrap your head around that selling is being of service, it's not icky. It's not any of those things. I appreciate people who are selling in their stories because I get to choose if I want to learn from them or not. If Stephanie hadn't been selling in her stories, I wouldn't have found her potent programs. I wouldn't have done all the things that I did, and I would probably still be struggling on some things. She's helped me a lot in my business. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful she was selling. And so that's the mindset shift is when you say, I don't want to inundate my audience with sales. Well, then don't you care about helping people and serving your audience? Of course, we are integrating other types of content into our stories. We are talking about our lifestyle. We are sharing value. We are showing vulnerability. We're doing all of those things as well as selling every day. So if you want to learn more about how to do that, I will be talking about selling inside of Potent Programs. But I also talk about how to create demand as a new online coach in the Client Attractor. So these are two programs that I currently have open right now. So the Potent Program starts November 10th. That's just to learn how to do micro topics. So I would say that you If you are a coach who's already established a signature program and you just want to learn how to do these smaller potent programs, that will be a great spot for you for sure. If you are a newer coach who hasn't even really established your signature offer yet, I highly recommend the Client Attractor, because that shows you how to build that foundation for your business so that you can start layering in potent programs and other things into your business to scale it. Now, Client Attractor is open for enrollment. You can go to shanarecker.com/Client Attractor. You can also DM me on Instagram. Potent Programs starts November 10th. If you want both, I do have a business bundle. And all you need to do is DM me the word bundle on Instagram, and I will send you the link to the bundle. I have discounted Potent Programs for you if you want the bundle. Okay, so you get a special deal if you want them both. It actually comes with 3 programs. Now that I think about it, it comes with Identity as well, which starts at the end of November. It's a DIY branding, building your brand and logos and all that kind of stuff. It actually includes that too. So there's 3 big programs you get with the bundle. So DM me the word bundle and I will send you the info on that. So we would start on November 10th. Even if you're hearing this after and you want the bundle because you want you can get into Potent Programs even if we've already started, because everything's being recorded, so you can just get caught up. But you will want the bundle if you are a newer coach who's just getting established. Everything I'm teaching inside the bundle is going to literally just set you up for success. And I truly believe that. So I hope that this helps you guys, because I see too many people shy away from selling in their stories. And that's where people are buying. They're buying in the stories. They're buying you, right? They hear your voice. They feel your energy. You're talking about the benefits. You're talking about how it's going to transform people. You're dropping links. You're giving them opportunities to learn from you. And people are buying in the stories 100%. Now, I will sometimes do calls to actions and things in my post. I obviously sell and share things with my email list, but my stories are the main place where I show up and sell my offers, because that's where, to be honest, that's where I have the most people watching. And you most likely do too, is in your stories. That, I guess, in my Facebook community too, but showing up there and selling as well, right? Like, we build these communities because we want to serve and give value, and that's what we do. But it is also an opportunity for us to provide our offers and help people in that next level way. So I hope that this helps change your perspective on selling, and that helps you feel more confident to be in your stories and selling your amazing offers and helping the people that you're here to help. Because they are watching, they are listening. You just got to give them time. And I guarantee you they will start clicking those link stickers or DMing you for information. You've just got to keep going. You just got to give it enough time. And if you need help on how to create good stories and how to create good value and how to use social media to build your business, definitely connect with me. Between the Client Attractor and some other things I have, I can help you do that for sure. So let's chat. My DMs are always open at Quantum Leap Queen. And thank you guys so much. Hope this was helpful, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.